Okay, multiple there. It's a hot break and 90 seconds, so hot break soon and less than 90 seconds. Also, the flame is on slow mode. So just to make sure that you don't miss anyone, the slow mode is for the 60 seconds. So it is for of 1 minute, 1 minute. that you are feeling better. Yeah, I'm still not feeling as well over here. Yeah, I still have high temperature, but I'm not as sweaty uh, as yesterday or um, nauseated. I do apologize if I made anyone upset with that. Um, uh, but yeah, um, I promise that um, I promise that um, you know that I'll take better care of my health because I always want to uh, give you guys like like my own stuff. Um, okay. Let's see. I think this is okay. You guys can see a bit more. Your health matters. Yeah, that's all, but I like to be sure that it's not infecting our things here. So yeah, that's just the thing for that. Um, okay, so as I stated, let me put it in here. Let's see. I usually have it copy and pasted. Many of you may know. Um, right now, I'm feeling a bit hot, but it's not like concerning hot. Um, so it's more hot, but I do have, cooling, um, you know, um, let me. So it's not hot weather. I do have some cool weather in here. Okay, here it is. This is a body chat. So there will be random things that will be talked about in the chat. It makes it more natural. So even if it's a separate YouTube video, or even if let's see. Oh, did I not put the hashtag in? Um, okay. I just got something from Siri Vault here. Something. Is that God saying, click this link to get more followers? I hate that. And if you guys ever get that, please know that it's a scam. They're trying to get your information. If you post that in the chat too, you will be timed out or banned. We do allow hyperlinks or links in here, but make sure you're not giving harm to anyone. Uh, like bully. let me hear what is Vergoid is not really a game here. If you need a breather, please. Okay, yeah, if I don't need a breather, I promise slowly, I'll let you guys know. Hi, hello, Blitzcore. Hello, Blitz, hi. Man, let me type. Okay. Yeah, I do have some snacks with me. Mostly fruit. After yesterday, I do have some fruit with me. So yeah, I do have some fruit, with me here. Um, so, just in case. So yeah, let's see here. Good. Okay, hi. Uh, okay, let's see. Good. You like, yeah, I got the electrolytes. Yeah, don't worry. So let's get into it here. It's called logic or spooky. This means that we never watch videos, but we will see what's calls and the chat tweets. It is logic, something natural or overlooked or spooky, which is like paranormal or mythic or just unexplained. So yeah, that's what I mean by it. Logic or spooky. Yeah, there's not like a list of them. We're just gonna look at them as we go. So yeah. Okay, okay. So let me. Okay, I like this idea. Yeah, I titled it Chat Interacted with it a bit. So let me see if I can find someone. Okay, yeah, my cables are good. Um, let's see. Okay, first video here. Oh my god, hot keyboard makes me happy listening to it. Oh, talk god. It's so mechanical. It's mechanical. Oh, it won't be that smoothly, but you won't need to be carry. It's probably, it won't be that smoothly, probably, uh, but you'll have the shot here. Uh, because I will carry him. But I guess, someone's gonna carry him. Okay, let me get it started here. Um, ah, okay. Okay, why is it so far out? Um, that's weird. Hmm. Um, oh dear, is it? Hold on. Yeah, it should be like that. Hmm. Does that look weird? Hold on, edit transform. Just a bit. Is it a bit? Here we go. Okay, you guys are still here. Yeah, so sorry. So sorry. Oh, hello, Imagined. Yeah, so I don't think it's nice. Let's see here. Here, I think you know what pops better. But it's click at the top. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's the bed. Okay, let's try now. Is it better? Chatting the average chatting just now. So sorry. Okay, I think that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, that looks good. Okay, maybe our saying looks good. Okay, that's good. Okay, okay, someone said much better. Hey, let's not nice. Hold on. Not going to start fast here. Not nice. If you're going to be like that, you'll get timed out. start. Okay, let's get in.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. New Zealand is often regarded as one of the most beautiful and peaceful places in the world. But even a setting like that isn't necessarily immune to strange and unexplained moments. This video posted to YouTube by a user known as Grey Downing Liz 59 shows security camera footage from inside a warehouse in Richmond, New Zealand. At first, everything looks completely normal. A shopping cart sits motionless in the middle of an empty aisle. No one is around, nothing seems out of place, and then this happens.
I mean, that could be the air conditioning.
Without warning, the cart suddenly begins to move on its own. It doesn't slowly roll either. It shifts with noticeable force, as if something gave it a push. There's no one nearby, and from what can be seen, there aren't any visible strings or obvious tricks involved. The cart just moves. Moments like this are often associated with poltergeist activity, unseen forces interacting with everyday objects in subtle but undeniable ways. It's also possible something more ordinary is at play. Airflow from ventilation systems or sudden draft inside the warehouse could have been enough to set the cart in motion, especially if the floor is slightly uneven. But let me know what you guys think.
Okay, so not only like we put in here, obviously some people hopping in a store, JG. Someone said, okay, that could be air that was smooth. Yeah, that was very smooth with a cart. That could be air or just loose wheels. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of us think here. That's what I think many of us are thinking here. Let's see. Someone said, yeah, loose wheels or an old cart. Yeah, that's true. If you have an older cart, it may be looser or just doesn't work as it should. Um, because sometimes there can be carts that just roll off on its own, but it's not always paranormal. It's just, how, it's just like, um, it's just like how it is. Um, like it's some things, but it's nice it was captured. But I'm thinking this is logic. Yeah, it is a bit baby, but I don't think they pulled this as malicious. I don't think they made this as malicious. Someone said, how old is this account? My Twitch account, I think it's like almost 7 or 8 years old. Older carts may also have loose screws or missing screws too. Yeah, that's like baby. So I'm thinking this is guilty logic or spooky. Okay, someone said, let's see. One said logic. Okay, one for logic. Anyone else? Let's see. Okay, two for logic. So we got two people saying logic. Okay, who else? Was it logic or spooky? What do we think? Let's see. Okay, three. We got three for logic so far. Uh, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, we got a four for logic. I got three for logic. We got three for logic here. Okay, we got four. Four said logic definitely. Uh, over here, the time it is 12:33 a.m. Over here. So yeah, I didn't touch them. That's why. Only actually hard to call. So yeah, it looks like hard on a bed. Logic. Yeah. So yep, chatting. Yep. You think it's like. I mean, it could be mixed with something, maybe. So yeah, it looks like logic for the first video. Yeah, this is just chatting screen. Logic for twin. Okay, so yeah, it seems like we're being logic. Alright, next one.
On February 16th, 2016, a YouTuber known as Pasty Pickle uploaded a video explaining that he was trying to capture something on camera that had been bothering him for a while. According to him, the strange occurrence was first noticed by a friend just a few weeks after moving into the house. Since then, he had been trying to catch it on video, but hadn't had any luck until now.
This window is where it happens. When you look outside, there will be times when you'll see like a figure in the room, and there'll be no one in here. And I'm gonna try and demonstrate that today. It may not work. Sometimes it doesn't. No one in here, just in case it does work. No one in the closet. No one. I know people are gonna debunk this. All right. Alright, so like I said, it just happens to be the right circumstances or whatever. A figure can sometimes be seen outside of the window. And let's see, today... Holy shit, there's actually a figure today. I actually got it on tape, no way. Wow. Holy sh... Okay, alright. Watch, I'm gonna go open the room. I will, hold on. This is what I'm guys, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, wow. It happened. Yeah, this is like an anomaly that happens at this window.
At first, he moves up close to his bedroom window, attempting to film whatever it is he's been seeing, but nothing appears. So he heads outside, adjusting his angle and pointing the camera back toward the house. And that's when he finally captures something. If you look closely at the upper window, a faint, human-like shape can be seen standing there. It's subtle, but distinct enough to resemble a figure lingering behind the glass. The uploader seems more excited than frightened that he finally managed to record it, which is surprising considering what it appears to show. To some people, this looks like a spirit briefly revealing itself in a place it's tied to. It's also possible that what we're seeing is just a reflection in the window, perhaps from lighting, the camera, or something positioned behind him that's being mirrored in the glass.
Alright, let me see here. Okay, it looks like we're talking about some people saying spooky. Let's see. You got the maybe for us. He says this one may be spooky. What is a spooky? Demoniacs? Spooky? Okay. Okay, so we got two spookies. No, maybe. I don't see any logic. Um, it looks like, I mean, it could have been a curtain. Like, let's be honest. Have any of us had issues? Like, there a curtain, if the air is on, or if someone walks past it, or just a crack in your window, it can kind of close the curtain and move. So it could be that, honey badger, that could be a curtain. So yeah, I agree, it could be a curtain, but people are saying it's spooky, or it. I don't know. I want to say illogical. Uh, so that if it was a curtain, it would be the same Valkyrian, thought that is actually right. If it was a curtain, but I don't know. I'm thinking a curtain or part of it, but people are saying, spooky here. I think it's the fact that it's happened so often. Maybe more than maybe talking to me. Okay, so it says spooky. Someone said, yeah, that's spooky because it has happened before. Yeah, Blue. He says this is not the first time it has happened. So, yeah, if it was like the first time, I could see logic. But he says, like, it's happened a few times. It's not the first time. It's like it's a pattern or something. Method. So yeah. I think here that I'm just put this as spooky. So second bit is spooky. And number 9 is spooky. It's like there could be logic with it definitely, but where it's happened before. So we have to, then you know what? Like maybe they'll tie things to make it logical. So yeah, well, that one's gonna be labeled spooky. So far, one, logic, and one, spooky. Okay, next hit.
In November of 2025, a man named Kyle Anthony posted video to his TikTok account showing himself investigating something deeply unsettling inside his home. According to Kyle, he had been hearing voices coming from his crawl space, enough to make him grab his phone and start recording. Right away, you can hear it in his voice. He's clearly nervous, hesitant to even get close as he slowly approaches the opening. The tension builds as he keeps filming, but for a while, nothing happens. And then... Faint but unmistakable, strange sounds begin coming from deep within the crawl space. They don't sound mechanical or random, they almost resemble distant voices echoing from somewhere out of sight. The noises continue for several seconds, just loud enough to be heard, but not clear enough to fully understand. It's easy to interpret this as something far more disturbing, the idea that something could be down there, hidden just out of view, making sounds that almost resemble speech. At the same time, there's a chance these noises could be traveling from somewhere else. Sound can carry in strange ways through tight spaces like crawl spaces, potentially making voices from outside or even neighboring areas seem like they're coming from directly beneath the house. It's also possible the audio was added afterward, with the uploader layering in recorded voices during editing to enhance the effect. But what makes this clip so unsettling is the lack of clarity. You can hear something, but you're left trying to figure out whether it's actually there, or just meant to sound like it is.
Okay, let's see here. Wow, you guys, listen. Oh, you guys heard me sneeze. Oh, don't cough. So let's see here. Let's see. Just feeling, telling me, favorite song? Follow Dex Enjoyers, yeah. I have a favorite genre. I love, several Norwegian, black metal. Black metal, Norwegian death metal. Um, Let me see here. Hold on, people, hold on. Okay, we got one, two. Someone said it could be an animal. Someone also said it could be, okay, Latino Tulsa in North America. I don't know if this is in North America or not. Well, you may be right. It could have been an animal in the crawl space because there was a big opening. I saw that. Yeah, it could have also, like the guy said, it could have been audio added later. This is just rage bait or garner attention. But I don't know. It could be either or. But you guys, I like to be logical. Here, hold on. So Peter's thing is logical because it could be an animal. But some people, some said rage bait. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm counting 5 spookies, but I think I may have missed some. Like a territorial animal, yeah. That is true. It could be a territorial, like an animal, got the entrance. Oh yeah, it is Father's Day. Oh, yeah, I heard about the black rose. I think it's like a black rose animal. Yeah, but okay, someone said like a territorial animal. So because so many people, even if it's logical, it's still spooky that the territorial animal manages to get in. So even though it could be logical, like yeah, it's an animal, maybe it's territorial animal, it's still spooky because there's probably an animal out there that's growling or knows fault, maybe. So yeah, because of that, I'm going to put this as spooky.
on TikTok, a user known as Darkchap posted a video showing something that he claims had been disturbing him inside his Airbnb for about a month. In the clip, the uploader stands just outside a closed door. From the other side, a strange noise can be heard. Slowly, he reaches forward and begins turning the handle, cautiously opening the door to see what's inside. What he captures next is difficult to explain.
Okay, let's see.
As soon as he steps into the room, a strange, smoky figure can be seen standing inside the bathroom. The shape looks almost human, but not fully solid, more like a dark mist forming a figure. And then, just as quickly as it appears, it vanishes. The uploader then walks further into the bathroom, looking around, clearly trying to figure out what he just witnessed, but there's nothing there. Some viewers believe the figure could be some kind of entity briefly manifesting, the smoky appearance making it feel less physical and more like something not fully present in our world. Another possibility is that the effect could be created using editing or visual effects. With the way the figure appears and disappears so quickly, it wouldn't be impossible to recreate something like this with modern video tools. Either way, opening a door and seeing something standing there, only for it to disappear a second later, is the kind of moment that stays with you. And it might make you think twice before checking what's behind a closed door late at night. Ready?
Oh goodness. Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's see. Logical. Okay, someone said the mayor tape bolt for spooky. Okay. Sell the house. One house for sale. I move. Paid. Maybe, yeah, you know what? He has that, like, crystallized, window glass in the shower. Maybe it's just reflecting, maybe there's a cat in there, or maybe there's something in there thought moved when he opened it. Sometimes cats know how to see into bathrooms and stuff. It's very odd, but they don't know how to, like a cat in there. Yeah, because you saw some part of it was orange. So it could have been an orange with white cat. Uh, yeah, it could have been a cat. Uh, yeah, people are saying cat. Yeah, that's what I think to cat is. Okay, so a lot of people are saying it could have been a cat. Okay. What else do people think? Okay, everyone else thinking a cat? Okay, someone said, yeah, a cat had jumped out of a on the other. Oh yeah, like, maybe where the toilet is. Oh my god, he has like a reflective window. Like the glass on the shower is not like basic glass. It's kind of like that, wavy glass. So I'm thinking logic. I don't logic. Maybe it was a craft. Nothing here. Anyone else? Okay, got the logic. Okay, we got any more logic? Still, okay, you're still reading the chat, okay? Alright, take your time, you're still reading the chat or reading what I type. Take your time. Okay, we got any more logic? Okay, logic. Oh, we're doing good. Okay, logic. Crime, clean crime. What do you think? Okay, or yeah, he could be unlucky. Okay, he may be still reading. Okay, let's see. Okay, logic as a cat owner. I agree. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you're on team logic here. It could have been a cat. Okay, you're getting some more logic. Okay, so that's it. It's logic. It could have been a cat. So yeah. So we're going to make that logic. Okay.
User Chunky Metal posted a video to the Ghost subreddit claiming it was recorded by a friend while he was inside his uncle's house one day. At first, the footage seems completely uneventful. Nothing appears out of place until suddenly something happens that changes the entire tone of the clip.
Front, door, center. Center is open. Disarm now. Disarm now.
Out of nowhere, the front door slowly opens on its own. There's no one visibly standing there, at least not at first. But then, just moments later, a dark, shadowy figure becomes visible at the doorway. It doesn't enter the house. Instead, it just stands there, completely still. And if you look closely, you can make out what appear to be two glowing white eyes staring from within the darkness. The figure remains motionless for a moment before the clip ends, leaving behind more questions than answers. To some viewers, this feels like a classic shadow entity, something lingering just outside, watching, but not quite crossing the threshold. It's also possible the scene was staged. The door could have been opened from outside, and the figure may simply be a person standing in low light, with the glowing eyes created by reflection or editing. Either way, seeing your front door open on its own, followed by something standing there silently watching, is enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. It's the kind of moment that makes you hesitate before ever entering a door again.
Okay, these are sense. Wow. Okay, so logically. Okay, yeah, your soul eyes, let's see. Favorite living. Oh dear, so we're all taking that little, yeah, we saw eyes, spooky, could have been home invasion. Spooky, old hell, could have been home invasion, okay. That could have been a home invasion, they could have tied. Uh, okay, yeah, you guys are actually with some voice. Here. Okay, we're getting some spookies. That could have been a teeth when the alarm caught them. Yeah, like caught them off guard. Okay, some people are saying spooky. Um, so we got a lot of spookies. Spooky because they could have been a teeth. You're right. It looks like a teeth, but maybe because that was a loud alarm. Uh, So, okay, so this one I'm going to say spooky because even though logically it could have been a thief, it is still spooky. Yep. Oh yeah, I told Ray, so yeah, I told her Ray the message. So I put spooky because even though logically it could have been a thief, it's still spooky. So let's see. Let's see, I am glad nobody was harmed. Yeah, possibly, I'm so glad nobody was harmed. Who knows what could happen? Yeah, who knows what could happen? Uh, yeah, yeah, I could have gotten worse. That's true. It could have got worse. It could have escalated. That was so close. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, this is, I think this is logic and spooky. Logic because it could have been an intruder. Spooky because they tried to invade the house. Okay, so the next bit that yeah, we got this. We got this. because, that is something. It could have been someone trying to break in. We just don't know, but that's what it looks like to us. Okay, next bit.
A TikTok user named Antonio Park filmed a video and posted it to his account on May 6, 2024, and sees him wandering around the hospital basement. Whether or not he was an employee at this particular hospital, or if he was just simply moseying around for video, is anybody's guess. Either way, the setting alone is enough to feel unsettling. Dim lighting, empty halls, and the kind of atmosphere that already puts you on edge. As he continues walking through the basement, everything seems quiet, at least at first. But then, around the 28-second mark, something happens.
¿De dónde puede haber salido?
Oh,
¡A la mierda!
Out of nowhere, a heavy book suddenly flies off a surface and crashes onto the floor, seemingly all by itself.
it could have been
There's
balance
no one
issues.
nearby, and nothing visibly interacts with it. The force behind it makes it look less like it simply fell, and more like it was thrown. Surprisingly, Antonio doesn't react too dramatically. He continues exploring the basement, but doesn't appear to find anything else out of the ordinary. At first glance, this could be a clear example of poltergeist activity, an unseen force physically interacting with objects in the environment. Another possibility is that the scene was staged. With careful setup, the book could have been pulled or pushed from out of frame to create the illusion that it was thrown. Whatever the case may be, seeing an object suddenly launch itself across the room in a place like that would be enough to make most people turn around immediately. Because if something can move like that, you have to wonder what else might be down there.
Okay, heads up, we have an ad break in less than 1 minute. So let's hurry with this. So I'm going to just look here. Old book, old building, lots of movement. Come on. Yeah, you may be right. You may be right in that. That appears to be a third Jesus paintings. Someone said balancing issues. Someone said logic. Okay, how many other people are saying logic? Got anyone else saying? Okay, good night, imagine. Okay, we got another for logic. Okay, so we're going to make this logic then. I think it's just because it is an old building and an old book, and it's not so high. As film, someone is using motion walking around. So yeah, I put that as logic. Definitely, okay. As, right. everyone. Ross. Okay, we're getting a lot scared. Okay, let me see here. Free Tom. Fully back, lady on Tucky. I can't watch. We got you, Bliss. And Ross has a fine-eye baby. Yeah, these are getting intense. Okay, all good.
TikTok user Leanne Rito posted a video to his account in October of 2023 showing what appears to be a very real moment of panic inside his home. As the clip begins, he moves his phone around the room, clearly shaken, as if he's trying to capture something that's been bothering him. His description makes it even more unsettling, simply reading, "I am terrified. I need urgent help." Take a look.
Estoy escuchando ruidos afuera. Son 3:30 de la mañana. Voy a no sé si salieron. Ahí está, hija de puta, de vuelta. Es ella. Yo no te voy a tener miedo. Hoy no te tengo miedo. Vas a ver, no tengo miedo. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. ¿Dónde estás?
A pale, ghostly figure can be seen wandering around the property. It moves slowly, almost aimlessly, but in a way that immediately catches his attention. The moment he sees it, his breathing becomes heavy and frantic. He quickly backs away from the window and retreats further into the house, clearly not wanting to stay near whatever is outside. To some, the figure resembles a classic apparition, something lingering just beyond the home, quietly moving through the darkness. A more grounded explanation is the entire scene was staged. The figure could be someone wearing a ghost-like costume outside, with a quick cut or transition used as the uploader moves to sell the illusion. What makes the clip stand out is how quickly everything unfolds. One moment he's searching for answers, and the next, he's running from something he clearly didn't expect to see.
Yeah, I got questions I'll talk to him, because the thing is, something or someone, was back there, but also, he showcased the back area, and there's no gate or door, there's like a, separated area you have to climb over. So unless they're like very agile, yeah, I wouldn't know how to consider that logic. Like the person on the video stated, this could have been staged, but still, the time from him coming out there, them trying to jump up or go over that, they will still be there or you will hear them. I'd say this is on the paranormal, so spooky. Okay, let's see here. That stuff is spooky. I mean, the sources are from social media. That could be fabricated, I understand. Getting too real. Shut up, okay, balls. But yeah, how would the person even leave? It's so dark back there. Spooky, that is real spooky. Okay, we got anywhere. it's still typing. Smokey, yeah, because that fence, was that a fence? I thought it was like a brick wall, but you may be right. Chat, please. Still reading. Chat, please. Yeah, chat, please is Smokey. So we're going to consider it Smokey. So we're going to consider it Smokey just because of that. So yeah, next one.
At around 8:04 p.m. on December 28, 2025, a Reddit user known as Big Daddy 1989 was scanning the night sky somewhere in Sonoma, California, using a PVS-14 night vision device. While doing so, he noticed something unusual moving overhead, and this time he managed to capture it on video. At around the 1:38 mark, a triangular-shaped object comes into view, gliding across the sky. Through the night vision, you can make out 3 faint points of light, one on each corner of the triangle. The uploader describes the object as having quick movement and a dim light on each side. He continues, saying, quote, "It made no sound whatsoever. I was facing northeast and the triangle was traveling northwest. This is my second time seeing this triangle. First time I saw it with my night vision tube alone, and this time I had my camera attached / filming and was lucky to capture this shot." End quote. The shape alone is what stands out. Triangular objects like this have been reported for years, often described as silent and moving in ways that don't quite match anything familiar. At the same time, it's simply hard to say what this is based on the footage alone. But sightings like this tend to linger, especially when they happen more than once.
Okay, I don't know. I think for this one, it's hard to tell because a lot of planes or aviator stuff happens or flies at night. This could be the bottom of a plane or the aviation device. It could also be a drone. Like some drones, you can put lights on them, or every drone usually has lights. I don't know, someone said logic could be. Yeah, it could be a plane. Someone said not UFOs. Someone said T-Crabs. Yeah, T-Crabs. Yeah, QDX House Lee. Jesse said logic. So, yeah, I think like... I don't know, I would have to say logic for this. This one. I will have to say logic. Okay, logic. Planes sometimes have like some pattern. Yeah, you're right. Logic. Yeah, so yeah, I've seen more people put it on logic. Is that what we're doing? Is it in logic room? Okay, team logic. Team logic, okay. So we're gonna put this as logic. Alright, so everybody here, this video is logic. Because there's so many different variations on planes that we can't just say also drones. It could be that. So to say was a UFO or spooky, and it could have been something. Also, like someone said, the patterns, the light patterns, just make it look that way. We don't know the whole truth. So, yeah. Okay, next bit.
If you're watching this anywhere near a closet right now, you might want to double check it before going to sleep tonight. This video was posted to TikTok by user Bundeloj Kermish on January 23rd, 2026. In it, the uploader is simply recording a casual video to send to a friend, nothing out of the ordinary. At least that's how it starts.
But yeah, it was super fun.
I mean, technically,
Yeah,
I
I can come over in a bit.
it could be a mouse.
You should bring your dog. Your dog's really, really big and cute. Nope. Mom? Mom?
Right here, if you focus on the closet in the background, something unsettling comes into view. A face. Peeking out just enough to be seen, almost as if it's watching her. And when you really look at it, it doesn't seem abstract or distorted. It genuinely resembles a human face hiding in the darkness. Moments like this immediately raise a disturbing possibility. The idea that someone could actually be inside the closet, quietly watching without being noticed. The scene could also be staged. It could simply be a friend hiding inside the closet, intentionally positioning themselves to look as creepy and unnatural as possible on camera. What makes it linger though is how subtle it is. It's not obvious at first glance, but once you notice it, your eyes keep drifting back to that same spot.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, that one. Like I said, you guys may have heard me say, oh, it could have been clothes, because it's a closet. Or, oh, it could have been a mask. Here, let's see. Okay, that is enough useful for me. Pick me up, please. Yeah, where is the Patrick shirt to me? Oh, the one that says, Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of spooked by this. So I guess we could say that it's spooky. Okay, we got, yep, another spooky. Someone said, yeah, spooky because of the book. Yeah, this also thought it wasn't blinking. Like, I know some people can hold blinking for a long time, like me, but let's see here. Yeah, I can see that. The one kind of spooky. Okay, so it looks like this video is spooky.
This next video was uploaded to YouTube by a man named Paul Sparrow all the way back in October of 2006. The footage shows a dark woodland area at night, along with what appears to be an abandoned structure. For the first 20 seconds, nothing particularly unusual happens, just an eerie, quiet atmosphere, until this.
Where's it gone? There was something there. Sure, I saw something. Where is it? It was around here somewhere. It's here somewhere, but it's gone. I don't know where it is.
In the video's description, Paul provides the following context. Quote, I took a borrowed color night shot camera to the woods near my home to try to capture a reported ghost sighting. When I caught sight of something, I tried to steady the camera and zoom in, but whatever it was disappeared as quickly as it appeared. End quote. It's clear that Paul noticed something in the darkness before the camera fully picked it up, but once he zooms in, the figure becomes visible. The shape appears distinctly ghostly, slightly hunched, draped in what looks like robes, almost resembling a Grim Reaper. Just as suddenly as it appears, the figure vanishes. Paul can be heard saying, quote, "Where's it gone? There was something there. I'm sure I saw something," end quote. He then walks toward the spot where he claims to have seen it, only to find nothing. For some, this is compelling evidence of a supernatural presence tied to a specific location. In European folklore, wooded areas are often linked to restless spirits, and the figure's cloaked appearance has drawn comparisons to the Grim Reaper or wandering revenants, entities said to briefly manifest before vanishing without a trace. Others remain skeptical, suggesting it could be a hoax. Some point out how unusual it is that Paul seems to know exactly where to aim the camera. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, let's see here. Top one, I would have said logic and it was just him, but it's the fact that people that don't even know him, just people in the proximity in the neighborhood or area, knows about this. And they have reported sighting it through, let me see here, someone says spooky, when they're asking how we're doing, they're being tortured. LOL, JK. Spooky still, okay. Locked and loaded. It is the fact others reported it. Yeah, that's the thing. Other people have reported it. So it's not him. But I bet those other people may have as well. I will debunk it. So okay, someone said the fact others reported this. Okay, yeah, I'm the highlight. Don't forget the highlight. See, and Clean says no. Plain highlight. The fact others reported this as well, and there is proof spooky. So, almost, yeah, we're almost at the ending from number one here. So, I'm gonna put here result spooky. Let me see here. Because there's word of mouth, but a lot of people in the area have reported it or confirmed it too. And also, if the descriptions match, then that means that you guys are seeing the same thing. So, I agree, it may have a spooky, or it. Okay, yeah, someone else said spooky, okay. Next bit, almost done.
This final video dates all the way back to May 11th, 2008, and was posted by a YouTube user known as NickDo200. According to Nick, he was simply filming his little sister inside their dad's living room. Just a normal, harmless moment caught on camera. But something unexpected ended up being captured in the background.
Beth. Hello. What are you doing? TV. What you watching?
As his sister happily says hello to the camera, something far more unsettling can be seen outside. Right there, near the window, a figure briefly appears moving past the glass. It's only visible for a couple of seconds, but the shape is clear enough to resemble a ghost as it passes by. The moment is quick, almost easy to miss, but once you notice it, it changes the entire feel of the clip. To some, It looks like a figure wandering just outside the home, something passing by at exactly the wrong moment. At the same time, it could be something far less mysterious. Reflections, lighting, or even someone outside moving past the window could create a similar effect on camera. It's the timing that makes it unsettling. 1 second everything feels completely normal, and the next something is there, and then gone just as quickly. And that was 11 scary videos.
Okay, yeah, that one. I know it could be logical, it could be their parents, but it looked too see-through for me. Okay, before saying spooky, someone said, I hope that is not a robber. Yeah, I totally hope that's not a robber. Like scanning the area. Not the low quality vid. Okay, someone said spooky. Someone said, plus they're home alone too. Yeah, they're home alone. So yeah, it looks like they got some people. Okay, someone said spooky. That could be someone dying to break in. Okay, yeah, I got some snacks. Spooky. Who knows who the hell that is? Okay, yeah, so spooky because we are not sure if that is a robber or not. Plus, they are home alone. So yeah, yeah, so I agree. That's hot comedy spooky. Someone said unsure was spooky 100%. So yeah, yeah, that's spooky. Okay. So scroll. Yeah, I'm trying to scroll through the messages. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine until it's not. So yeah, we're going to go to the next one. So that was Sir Spooks. So let's look at some more spooky bits. Let's try to find another channel.
In the following video, a nervous dog.
Oliver's big energy. Favorite song? Totally confident, just yet. My day has been Wundar. Again, still a bit of a paper, but, we're going to get through it totally. No problems. Okay, let me get this started. Take care of yourself. Yeah, told 30. I'm going to be taking care of myself. I appreciate you guys so much for being worried, but yeah, I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna be taking care of myself. So don't worry about it. Okay, skeletons like what the Bizarre Hub. With its 6 of the pet shark.
Daughter records her mother, who's trying to capture a rat that's hiding inside their laundry room. It's a seemingly funny moment caught on camera, but this video stops being humorous when a certain detail gets pointed out that neither the mom nor daughter had realized until later. Somewhere in this clip, something very unsettling was caught on camera besides the rat. Watch closely.
There's this huge freaking rat in our living room. Or not our living room, in our laundry room right now. Oh my god. Okay, let me try to open the door. Hold on. Oh my god, it's right there in the basket. Oh my god. Mom, you gotta get it. Mom, I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Get the baby, Mom.
On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame. It's up close, as if seemingly gazing at the mother and daughter, who were already spooked enough by the massive rodent. If the size of this rat hadn't already terrified them, then surely this has. Now what's really strange about this is that this wasn't there initially. If nothing was there previously, then how did this show up?
So this is the hallway that me and my daughter saw the rat go into our cat door in our laundry. For some reason, I never felt comfortable in here. I felt it's not surprising that we caught something in that window. Very odd, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Neither Catalina, the mother, nor her daughter had noticed it or have any clue as to what this was. But recently, another video was shared by Catalina, which not only is just as creepy, but might explain what this was.
This is my son Jason. He is autistic, and he is playing with his camera, which is in this toy car. It's a toy he used to capture the ghosts.
Only weeks after this incident, Catalina's son accidentally captures something on his toy camera inside the laundry room. While using the wireless camera on his remote to chase their dog around the house, her son captures this. Though making Catalina jump out of her chair upon seeing the dog, it's what happened before this that makes her skin crawl. Firstly, when the toy car drove into the laundry room, a voice can be heard. Mind you, that no one else had been inside, let alone downstairs where the laundry room is at. Like the silhouette that was in here before, this cryptic voice has no traceable source. But perhaps the creepiest part isn't what happens here, but instead what happens outside. As the automatic pet door opens and closes repeatedly, a single piece of a playmat goes flying off before landing in front of the pet entrance. But it's the fact that only one piece flies off while the rest stay put that's pretty strange. The wind in this case, if any, may not be able to explain this. It just rips off as if plucked by a child who's having a tantrum. But to Catalina, whatever threw this was aiming for the car. Whether ghost or not, she's deeply unsettled by what was captured both inside and outside her house.
As you can see, when I pull this one apart, it's very hard. And it just flew up.
Given the whole incident with the rat and the shadow figure, plus this, she can't help but think something haunts her home. If so, she hopes that it's someone she once knew.
I like to think that it was my grandmother because she was always close to me. And I always felt like she was around me and protecting me.
Currently, she continues to be on the lookout for any more strange occurrences in her house. But for now, this whole situation remains a mystery.
Oh, wow, that was a long one. That was 6 minutes. Oh wow, you guys have been crazy. Damn it, why does it cost us? Yeah, but, if these are going to be longer ones, then, that's good. Talk. Yeah, the talk coming out in really, can cause to get so apart. Stretch reminder, yep, sledging. Jill corner glitch. And then someone said, motherfucker, how is this Jill? Look, Jill corner glitch. And motherfucker, how is this Jill? Yep, those could be like NPCs. Okay, someone says, that's not no problem. I know he did not just save it. Someone said, Granny better stop. And then someone said, after the grind never stops. You may think, but then Glenn says, thank you, maybe that's the grinding stopping. Rachel, yeah, that is the talk. I think it's the talk. That's getting lost. Okay. Foster in. Okay. Yeah, someone else said Granny better stop. Someone said spooky. Next, please. My body's all late from this bed. Okay. Yeah, these are a bit more than this. Gosh. Oh, chat is there. That's there. Someone said need new pads. Quality is better than quantity. Yeah, that's the thing. I agree, boss. The quality of the video is better than the quantity of video. Someone said rip. Synergy need new pads. Be right back. I gotta put in a LOL for that. Goodness. Okay. Alright, let's go. Oh, someone said next, please. We got exorcists of the call. What the hell is... Okay.
Now this next video comes from an Uber Eats driver who was driving past a cemetery when this happened. In the 4 years that Marcus Wilson has been delivering food for Uber Eats, never has he ever been so afraid of coming back to this neighborhood, and for good reason. On the night of April 28, 2026, Marcus was on his way to drop off an order when he realized that the road he was on was surrounded by not one, but 2 massive plots of land entirely filled with grave sites.
See these two lanes right here? This is where I was at, man. This one, this whole lane right here are nothing but cemeteries.
Although he's driven to some sketchy areas before, nothing could have prepared him for what was caught on his dash cam. Take a look.
Cemetery. That's called a cemetery.
Marcus didn't see it happen, but something from outside darts into his car. He was sure that during this time his windows had been rolled up, which you can clearly see in this footage, but somehow, whatever this is, manages to get in. Neither flinching nor having any reaction whatsoever, Marcus is completely oblivious to the fleeting object. To him, it's no surprise that something like this would happen at a cemetery, let alone two of them.
This is where I was at, man.
But nothing is as baffling as what happens next when Marcus finishes delivering the food he was carrying. Now, it's important to note that the reason he shares this video is because he suspects it has some connection to what occurred after he dropped off the food. Just minutes after arriving to the address, Marcus paces back and forth outside of his vehicle, terrified of going back inside. Take a look.
Doing my usual Uber eating, dropping off some food. I swear, this out of all address gotta be something by the cemetery. Right? I see this again, I'm just not gonna accept it. I'll tell you that. Just wanna make sure I'm not tripping. No. Make sure I'm not tripping. So, I'm dropping off the DoorDash. The Uber eating. I can't even get my daggone company straight. And you're gonna see a vibration. Good. See tapping at the window. Definitely gonna hear it. What the? Hell no. Hell no. Tripping. No, I'm not tripping. Oh, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Okay. No. Oh, hell, what the?
Marcus was so shaken up by this incident that he now flat out refuses any orders from places near cemeteries. A shoe seemingly comes alive as it zips across and creeps forward, and out of nowhere, the door handle to the passenger side begins to pull by itself, as if someone was trying to get in. But as Marcus shows us, no one was outside. But then, as if finally getting a firm grip on the handle, something opens the door. Now, while each thing that happens is creepy on its own, it's looking at everything collectively that paints a terrifying picture. Could it be that whatever had been outside was trying to lure him out of his car using a shoe? Or were these all just random occurrences? With an entire cemetery as a backdrop, it's understandable why many would think that this is undeniably paranormal. But of course, what do you think? Marcus is certain that it is, aside from being sure that he won't be coming back anytime soon.
Okay. Oh yeah, my OBS thing, it isn't overlay. Oh yeah, totally thank you. I tried to get all of my scenes, properly up, especially after updates, so I tried to export back up over it. That was a bit over 5 minutes, so probably I'll talk. Oh my gosh, you guys, I take this one so you guys on. It seems that it scared you guys a lot here. Yeah, that being out. Someone said, yep, that being out. Okay, Rainbow Friends Nightmare Mode? Did I ever play that? A lot of dead people. Yeah, but the fact is, it's not uncommon for those cemeteries to be near one another. I guess depending on where you are. Okay, you guys roll a lot. New pants, holiday. Next, please, we got The Exorcist. Listen here, woman. All hell of the cemetery, GG. Streamer tip. Emote. A town cemetery in both sides. That's GG's. Someone said wedgie, and then maybe bye. Yeah, GG. Okay, continuity. A lot of dead people, yeah, that's a lot of dead people. Someone said, what the fuck? Yep, no, iceberg. Yeah, I out. I was there, yeah. Someone said, Toby Hive Mind. Someone then said, we ain't no damn hive. This is some sweet bullshit. That scared me. I know, right? Me too. Are those shoes and furniture? Are we doing this then? Someone said, yeah, no. That shoe moved on clear, it looks like furniture. Someone place there, or people place theirs for others to get. You know, yeah, sometimes people leave that near cemeteries, like stuff for others, like unfortunate people or homeless people get that may have had memories of the past person. So, yeah, you're right. And then I guess as I got promoted, someone said, leave. Don't leave, what the fuck? Okay, so yeah, tab one, chat's debating. Yeah, they're debating, like, I don't know. Let's get you guys to safety here, okay? Can we please finish my heart, maybe catch on? You guys are very spooked, my goodness. Well, you guys are spooked. Oh, my PC specs. It's ultra high definition. Ultra high definition. Windows 11. Woman, we saw the same field. Yep. at you guys being scared. It's just a bit.
Now, over in Houston, Texas, is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time. There doesn't seem to be anyone living on this property, and perhaps it's best that it stays that way, because according to Joe Galindo, in 2019, his mother recorded something while living in this building that to this day keeps him up at night. As Joe writes, in 2019, my
Okay, I'm gonna say it before anyone else says it. Someone may be about to say Joe's mama. So Joe's mama. Joe's mama. Joe's mama. Sorry, I know that's probably stupid. Okay, yep, I just saw the time Joe mama. Great times.
My mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. The following is what his mother recorded while pretending to be asleep. Apparently, it doesn't come out if she's awake. Watch closely. Seeing the video, Joe no longer thought that his mom was crazy. In her kitchen, something above appears to poke out from behind the doorway. But as if Joe wasn't already disturbed enough, he takes a screenshot, brightens it up, and sees this. What looks like a faceless figure can be seen hanging upside down from the ceiling. While some say that a face can be seen here, many agree that it's hard to tell. But the fact that its features are indiscernible only makes it that much more unsettling. As some believe, this might have been something beyond human comprehension. Now the video ends here, but it's assumed that Joe's mother kept watching this figure before she passed out from being tired. The next day, she sent him this video. So then, had something paranormal taken place at this now abandoned apartment? Or was something else going on here? It's hard to say, but if something supernatural was actually there, then Joe can rest assured that it won't be messing with his mom, as she no longer lives in this complex.
Oh, this isn't a game. If you mean the stream, then yeah, the stream feels smooth. Okay, so someone's like, tell Joe Mama to stop. Someone said, tell Joe Mama to stop. Let's check, yeah. I'm hydrated, don't worry, I know you guys care about me. I appreciate that fully. Let's leave. Okay, someone said, yeah, no faceless Francine can friend Bob. Oh, you're calling it faceless Fran. Let go. I'm out. Okay, so that one started you guys a bit. Beetle and the monster here told Artie. Tavon saw you here since Tavon cleaned up. Cancel. Wouldn't be sorry. So a lot of you guys are not fans of that. Neil don't really like it. Okay, go New York. So listen, y'all, be calling her friend. Alright, so yeah. Scary Pool actually do play scary games. We'll play one next time. So, I don't think you saw a list of all things given it saw on my short holiday. I can't, this is painful, but I can't. Different now, yeah. Someone says this is painful, but I can't look away. Someone says different, different level of smoke. This video has a very different level of smoke. As well. It's different levels, like this is more moderate to severe. But I was here, it's right around early millennium. Different level of hence, I think you mean moving. When someone said no. Number 3.
On February 25th, 2025, a man named Tavo posted a video that his grandmother took when she and a friend spotted something outside her window that caused them to back away immediately.
Oh God, be careful, Bab.
They were cautious in keeping their distance from the glass panes, but not because of something they saw on the street or inside another building, but because of something that was right at their window. It was on a Tuesday afternoon during a family reunion that a shadow suddenly appeared behind the sheer curtains. It was pretty evident that a stranger was right outside and possibly trying to get in, but they weren't ready for what came next, because much to their disbelief, this happens.
Oh God, be careful, Bab. Oh my God.
What they saw, or rather, what they didn't see, left them completely astounded. The supposed stranger they swore was outside the window wasn't actually there. In fact, he was never there to begin with. Upon pulling back the curtain to see who was there, they see this. Nothing. Now, it wasn't just nothing according to Tavo, who got this video from his grandmother. Something had actually been there. To him, this had to be some sort of supernatural entity that paid his grandmother and her friend a visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted, but despite how much time has passed, Tavo and his grandma still wonder just what had been outside.
Okay, that's fun. Nice recovery, and what do you say, I hope they are okay? Hell? Someone said something is there, let me see. Someone said, Graham, please. Someone said, good night. It looks like someone. Okay, Pug said it looks like someone that they saw died to get in. It does, I did. It looks like someone had a weapon or a tool died to get in. So, we'll wait. Someone's like, we'll wait. Oh, well, let's see. Okay, Liz says maybe intruder died. Und Bell dying to rob the former people. That actually, because you saw how high they were, maybe someone crept in, because they made maybe caught a fire escape. Maybe they managed to creep into the house, or like I said, they have a fire escape. Maybe the person tried actually was intruding in the house, only he tried to escape on the patio or the outside area, but fell to his head. So you may be right, Liz. Maybe it was an intruder that was trying to hide, or that was breaking in, but he fell to his death, and it may have been with the normal people. How did I start sleeping? To be honest, because I have a goal to be a full-time peopler, but I want to work towards it. Okay. Alright, number 2. My favorite show? I have few favorites, it's hard to say. Yep, two more, baby. Okay.
Now, the following video comes from a woman named Giselle Duran, who was recently forced to leave her apartment in the middle of the night.
Oh, ad break. Sad. Okay, you guys are back. Okay. Someone says I need popcorn watching your stream. Look at this type of topic. Okay, so yeah, I ate Chroma. Yeah, I ate one. Yeah, this one, she's already crying.
Pretty much everyone who's seen this video was left confused on why Giselle was crying inconsolably. It was very odd that she would put this video out there, but after looking at her page and going through all her posts, it didn't take long for many to see why she was so paranoid. For the past few months, Giselle Duran has been sharing clips that were captured by her security camera. They're mostly just recordings of her living room, but in each one, something happens that many believe has led up to the recent breakdown she had. It goes without saying, but these next few clips are nothing short of unsettling. It all started with a video she posted in late March 2026 when Giselle was home alone doing laundry. But then, out of nowhere, this happens. Now, it may not seem like much, but this occurrence marks the first time something strange happened in her apartment. Thinking that the whole incident with her flying phone was just a random one-time occurrence, she was caught completely off guard when something like this happened again. Only this time, she didn't think it was random. On March 28, 2026, she recorded this. It was at this point where she began to think that maybe something is messing with her. Like someone who didn't want the lights off, they immediately turn on as soon as Giselle turns them off. It was definitely strange, but especially so when looking back at the previous occurrence. Maybe what happened there wasn't so random. Now, although neither encounter was enough to freak her out just yet, one incident came close to doing that, and it's what happened on April 2nd of 2026. While Giselle was fixing a shoelace inside her closet, this happens. Now, it might be hard to notice, but something happens within this area that set Giselle on edge. You won't really spot it at regular speed, but if you scrub the footage back and forth, you'll notice that the bag on the table begins to move, almost as if coming alive. This of course freaked out Giselle, which led her to take action. Like other instances, she couldn't explain how it moved, nor figure out what had touched her. This is perhaps the creepiest part about this incident. Now, so far, everything that's happened up to this point has led her to believe that something isn't right with her place. Any small thing that happens now makes her jump out of her skin, and the fact that she's living solo makes things worse. But as it seems, she may not be entirely alone, because one night, after being woken up by a sound inside her room, this happens.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es, pero tengo miedo, estoy temblando del miedo. Si pasa... ¡Eh! No mames.
now becomes clear as to why Giselle was so freaked out in this video. It wasn't just whatever this was that was at her door, but all the stuff before it that finally made her snap. Already feeling on edge, she bolts out of her room and pays no attention to the black shape at her door, not knowing if it was still there or not. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible, so she hops in her car and drives all the way to her job before parking outside and clocking in hours later. Now when she came back home eventually, she didn't find anything around her door to explain what she saw last night. It was gone, as if nothing had been there in the first place. But as her video shows, something was clearly there. From capturing things moving by themselves to recording moments where she felt a presence, Giselle has documented what she believes is clear evidence of an uninvited guest making itself at home. But of course, what do you think? While there haven't been any other strange happenings since then, she continues to look closely at these videos, hoping to find something in them that explains them. But for now, it remains unknown as to what exactly is happening inside her apartment. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. If you caught something...
You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could be stress, it could be air. It also could be something spooky. I don't know. I don't know what to say it is. We're gonna have to chat here. Go in the closet. In the closet. Someone said it's air, yeah. Someone's knocking. No, I think it was the shadow. I think the knocking sounds like the music effect. Only a shadow, okay? Just cleanse the dang place, yeah. Seriously, just cleanse it. This only is lackluster. Yeah, I agree. There, I agree. This one is lackluster. Okay, let's go.
Creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. At roughly 11:40 p.m. on a Sunday night, two nurses working the night shift at a dialysis clinic are getting a patient ready to go home. It's just about closing time, and only one patient is left to be sent home via the pickup area that's outside the clinic. But just before heading out, something catches their attention. According to Josephine, who sent me this video, someone was searching through their dumpsters and making a lot of noise. Apparently, it's a common occurrence here. But this isn't the reason she sends me this video. At the same time that Josephine and her colleague were outside, something happens inside. Thankfully, the patient in this video was okay with Josephine sharing this video. They too felt it was necessary to show this footage to others, as otherwise no one would believe them. The following is what was caught. Take a look. For some reason, the lady in the wheelchair covers up her face after letting out a scream. It's the same reaction that someone would have upon seeing something terrifying. But as it turns out, that's exactly what happened. Because according to Josephine, this patient saw a person who was seemingly disfigured and walking towards her. However, as the footage shows, no one is near. Or at least, it seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look. As it turns out, someone or something else had actually been present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later, it's right behind her. It's as if this shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to her. As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby? This one remains a mystery.
Oh no. That was horrible. Not the video. We'll say it's like horrible quality. Oh my, the TV, that's the thing. We could have just said that, oh, it's her being stressed by the dialysis. Like, understandable. But then you'll see it in the TV. That's the thing, guys, see it in the TV. There was something that was tall or something that, was like all tight. And it walked in front of her and then was behind her. Like, I know, like, again, a lot of people could say, oh, she had dialysis, she's maybe tired, her eyes are playing flicks on her. But the TV had a clear look at it. That's the thing that the TV showed someone there that was tall. She said this baker. So it could have been someone in a car accident, someone whose body maybe got mixed up because of dialysis, or someone whose body was disformed. The TV has the food, yeah, I agree, Synergy. The TV had the food. But we see it though. We see someone go in front of her, then behind her. Like, that is terrible. I don't think that was scripted. Because why would you scare a patient? I don't think, I agree, someone said no scripted. Because why would you scare a patient? Maybe it's someone who passed away while they had to endure dialysis throughout their life. Or someone who got into an accident nearby. Because she said the person was disfigured, was disformed, or someone who just had a birth disfigurement, or someone with medical issues, or something. But it's the fact that the poor lady was so scared she covered her face. And imagine how scary that was for her. That she had to cover her face from seeing it. Like, oh my. That's horrible. Yeah, that's sad. Someone said, I hope Z is okay. Yeah, I hope Z is okay too. Chloe. Yeah, okay, let me look at these here. Yeah, someone said this is sad. Someone said, I hope Z is okay. I don't think it was her trying to be the main, unless she means the ghost. And then, yeah, the ghost is the main character moment, not scripted. Yeah, this is not scripted. It is, there was something there. Another person says, I hope she is okay. Someone said, that's terrible. Yeah, to make a lot of people here feel bad for her. Cause again, she covered her face. Imagine how horrible something has to be, or something you experience to where you cover your face. Like, let's go back and see.
Present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds
It's
later,
like a
it's
slim
right
thing.
behind her. It's as if the shadowy figure had only
Yeah,
been...
you guys see this limping. Did you guys see that? It's like it's limping. But you guys saw that. It was limping. Okay, someone said, yeah, all things. Someone said, yeah, it was limping bad. Yeah, someone said limping bad. I'm good. Thank you so much for following. Who is our new person? Let's see here. But yeah, that's terrible. Like, let me show it again for anyone confused. Yeah, big respect for following bullying.
Seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look. As it turns out, someone or something else had actually been present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later, it's right behind her. It's as if the shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to her. As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby? This one remains a mystery. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel. That being said, until next time.
Okay, so let me look here. Okay, I know a big lump. Like, oh, you mean limp? She's crying. Yeah, she's crying. Big limp like that means some form of injury or deformity. Someone said, I hope she's okay. Someone says dialysis und Ghost 14 and yeah, that's really typing paragraphs. Yeah, that's a lot. I hope she's okay. But the fact that she gave them permission to post it means she's so certain in what she saw. Someone said, that is already a gold on 10 ghosts? What the fuck? Yeah, she's already going through it with dialysis and then now she sees a ghost in a place that's supposed to be secure or to be assuring. That is wow. But we reached the end of the video. You guys survived. Congratulations. I know top ones, more steady and things. I'm proud of you guys. Really proud of you guys. You guys are someone said. Full big ribbon. Yep, you all get a ribbon. Goodness. Someone said the sun is clear relived. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna chill with you guys. Okay. Okay, yeah, all the straight. Everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. Everything is fine. Don't worry. You guys are okay. Calm down. Okay, let me find another one. Pain. Your pain or thing. No. Can you guys stop? Okay, let me find. Oh, there's another one from this article.
In the following video, two sisters are alone at home, hiding inside a room when their house alarm starts to go off.
I'm recording. Wait.
Oh dear.
As it seems, someone had entered their home. Their security camera shows the front door open, suggesting that someone did in fact break inside. But what's strange about this is that when they replay the moment the door opens, no one is seen. It just seemingly opens up all on its own. Now at this moment, the two sisters didn't see how the door opened up. They just saw that the door was wide open, and it doesn't help that they just heard a police siren outside their house. But as if the situation couldn't escalate anymore, this happens.
Oh shoot. Police. Police. Yeah, leave. 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 Yeah, just go. Leave. Oh my. Oh no.
Clear.
Thank you so much for the follow. The singers. I see it. And there's the rock. Amazing something's right there. Something's right. What the? It's in the house. Yeah, something's in this house.
As it seems, another presence had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting. Both sisters initially thought a person had broken in, but upon watching the footage and seeing the small, shadowy figure dashing past the camera, they knew that this was something else. Whatever this was doesn't appear to have any discernible features, and it doesn't help that it moves exceedingly fast before disappearing out of nowhere.
The fact that it just moved so quickly, but then like the motion capture camera didn't see that shape, and like when it was
Even the camera seems to have trouble identifying the figure. There's moments when it passes by and no visual tracker appears around it, but then strangely, at times, the green box appears in a dark room as though something was being detected. Never before has the camera done this until tonight when the door opened by itself.
front door opening on its own. That closed. We closed that door.
And I mean, this house is like brand new. Like it's not old or like anything.
Considering that all this activity was preceded by the door opening, they believe something paranormal had forced its way in, which makes you wonder about the video from early on. Could it be that something supernatural had opened the bedroom door at the beginning of this video? Or was it simply due to something else? After watching the footage, it's hard to say what exactly occurred. Just what exactly was the camera picking up that night? As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Well, just, like, I don't know. You guys were typing. Hold on. Someone said IQ is better than X sometimes. I mean, you can be IQ also, Nick. Someone, okay, I'm scrolling up. Someone said, I'm your woman. Someone said, oh no, leave. I am unsure what it is. Auto check. Down to, we're down to videos on the third one. Someone said, they survived, everything. Okay, that's older. Aurora said it's in the house. Someone said, can we please stop? See how tall is, that's the thing. How tall is that thing? Someone said, is it floating? You know what? Yeah, maybe it knows that the camera is there and is trying to float away from it. Someone said, motherfucker, I am leaving. Someone said, there goes my pants. Dog, what the fuck? Wait, their bed? Yeah, their bedroom door open. Because if their bedroom door open, they would have been able to see if it was a person. But the fact that their bedroom door open, they didn't see anything, that means that, it wasn't just a physical person, because if someone opens your door, you will see who it is. But the fact that your door opens and they didn't see anyone, that means technically, but I don't think this is just one ghost. I think this is more than one ghost. I think this is like more than one ghost. They did say this is a new house though, so like four. Yeah, I think maybe like 3 or 4 ghosts are there. I know she said, gotta get rid of her Christ thing. Tonka, shoes feel seen from Berlin. I want to say bye to Aurora. Say bye. Tell her bye. Okay, tell her bye. Tell her bye, everyone. Okay, tell her bye. But yeah, that's the think, I'm oh, wait, do you guys think she's involved? Okay, no, she's not involved. I don't know if she wants to be involved or not. So we had another follow, from the news chief. Trying to see here, but anyone? There are people blinking calm town. But, yeah, that's weird. I hope they're okay. Yeah, I'm going to hydrate calm town. They just seem so frightened. I have no reason why they would, make all of that or fake it. Yeah, some of it, they seem scared. That is real. Yeah, that is real. That is real. Let's go on.
On a Wednesday night, a team of paramedics arrive at a house to assist a man with severe schizophrenia. According to the man, he couldn't leave his room because someone was standing at his door.
They're not going to let me go past it. They're not going to let me go past it. Somebody's there.
We're right here.
I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not going to let me go past it.
They wearing? What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue. But
Good,
someone's
good.
there and they're not going to let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that?
You gotta
Listen, there's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Thank
We're
you.
here for you. Okay? Alright? Is that okay? That it?
Yeah, I saw that. Something fell. Like something fell. Positive energy, yeah.
You okay?
While claiming to see someone standing at his door, a clock falls without warning. Now, the possibility of this being a coincidence isn't entirely ruled out, but when you consider the fact that the clock was securely mounted on the wall, well, things get very strange. Now, aside from the clock falling, there's something else in this video that was recorded, and it has to do with this doorway. 23-year-old Cass, the man undergoing psychosis, is a diagnosed schizophrenic who in a short video says this.
Schizophrenia, I'm not crazy. We're not crazy. People that have schizophrenia are normal people. My most common hallucination is seeing a shadow figure in doorways, like in any doorway. So think of any doorway in your house. My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal. So I open and close the door repeatedly, and that kind of like scrubs away the shadow figure.
Although he wasn't seeing a shadow figure this time, he was seeing a man. And this man just so happens to be the same thing that his girlfriend saw 2 years ago in their old home. Keep in mind that Cass's girlfriend doesn't have schizophrenia or any condition that causes her to see things that aren't there.
What's wrong? What? What?
Okay, so she doesn't have it, but she sees it. This is at another place. It's like something is following them.
Her description of what she saw was eerily similar to Cass's depiction of the man. Now, because of this angle, we can't see what it is that she saw, but thankfully, there's another camera in this house that might have recorded evidence of the so-called man. Over on Cass's channel, you'll find many videos where he documents his schizophrenic episodes. Thanks to his GoPro, he can easily record moments of extreme psychosis by simply pressing a button.
What I do is, if the hallucination's like really strong and I am not even like making sense out of reality, I use this, and basically I point it at the door frame or whatever I'm seeing, and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real. Helps me calm down.
I'm doing really bad right now.
However, there's one video on his channel that's completely different from the rest. While talking to an hallucination, he captures this.
You always say the same thing. No. Quit it. Stop bringing that up. Stop saying that.
I don't know. Cause it.
You always wait till now to say that.
He could be just having an episode here. Hey!
Alexa, light on.
It could be here. Okay, that's not there. That's not there. Sarah, stop. I get you got massive problems, but I don't think that's working. Okay. I don't think that goes as.
Cass couldn't tell if what he was seeing was real, so naturally, he walks over to the other curtains to do his usual technique and tries to get rid of this so-called delusion. Apparently, he wasn't just seeing the curtain moving, but a figure standing behind it. In a panic frenzy, he opens and closes the drape as an attempt to scrub away the figure, but while doing so, the curtain moves again. This was strange considering that he was no longer seeing someone behind it, yet somehow, despite doing his usual technique, something was still happening. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, the whole drape begins to lift upwards. It appears to go up entirely before dropping to the ground. If seeing things in doorways didn't already freak him out, then surely this has. Now to this day, watching this video freaks him out. Seeing this scares him, because what he thought was just an hallucination was actually real. This, as a result, makes it harder for him to trust his own perception. It's for this reason that he rarely talks about this incident, but after recording what recently happened, he couldn't help but think of this. So then, might there be some connection between this occurrence and the one from many years ago? Cass believes so. But of course, like all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. For now, this one remains a mystery.
Okay. It. like it is him having an episode. They're keeping on him. Yeah, they're keeping on him. I agree with that. It's one thing to have a schizophrenic episode, but what I think is that, like you said, this happened at the older place too. I think it happened there. It locked onto him, and it followed him like a poltergeist. Let's see, it could be something schizophrenia related. In a spell, could be paranormal, someone said. A medical miracle one time. It could be both because a cop can fall if a nail is loose. That's all. Or I don't know how long the clock was there. Wait, she does not have it, but she saw it. Something is falling. Yeah, that's what they're bleeding on here. Something it fall off, someone said. We watched this, okay, his poor girlfriend, yeah. So they said, please be with him. Someone said, I think it warmed onto him. Like he is weak, so it lashed, yeah. Right now, because of his psychosis, he is weaker than other people. So I can see him praying, because usually they pray on the week sometimes. Yeah, some people are like, I guess because I was saying it was here. They're like, really? There? Someone said Mimic Chapter 1 again. Someone then said, not the Mimic. It stood up, it lifted. No, like, no. Yeah, so I agree. I agree. It's like it kept to him. Like it kept to him from one place to another. That's like latching, yeah, like latching.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Sam J, who's part of the yearbook team at her high school. One afternoon, while a group of senior students were rehearsing for a graduate ceremony that took place last spring, a camera inside the auditorium recorded something that left all students, including staff, terrified.
What you guys will do first is you're gonna take the diploma from me.
It was during a speech rehearsal by the school principal that this was caught. Take a look.
That's okay. We don't want any broken ankles tonight for so then we're gonna talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before other stuff starts. That was odd. Just a change in air pressure, or was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker? Thank you, sir. And then, let's see, then we'll talk about STEM.
The principal carries on, paying little attention to what just happened. As he claims, this could have been due to wind pressure. But despite thinking this, it would be what happens next that completely changes his mind. While instructing students on how to move on stage, this is captured.
The programs and how we're trying to grow those, and also maybe a little bit about growing the sports programs as well. And then we'll talk about your individual achievements and how you guys have really taken leadership. Everybody to give us their science. There it goes again. Yeah. One of those were like we must have an open door somewhere else in the building, blowing that open. Anyway, so let's get started in just the way that we're gonna go. So we'll go John Anderson, we'll do the thing, walk over, and then Cal Connors, thing, come over, then we have nope, that's the right order. So Michael Thompson comes over, that right. Then we've got Emily Rodriguez. same thing. And, just fly away. It flew away, did we?
It's at this point that the notion of this being just the wind stops making sense. A cap on one of the students flies off their head. Almost as if someone knocked it off, the hat zips across in a swift and sudden motion before landing close to the exit. The same exit where no one was seen opening the door. Even the principal, who initially thought it was nothing, couldn't make sense of this. According to Sam J., the yearbook member who sent me this clip, he was just as baffled as everyone else. Now, after this happened, they proceeded to finish up the rehearsal before leaving an hour later. The next day, Sam takes a video of the exit door and shows that they're not automatic. If they were, then this definitely would have explained the doors opening, but given that they're not, and considering the cap incident, perhaps what occurred here was caused by something unexplainable. If true, then students might not be as sad to leave the school on graduation day, given that it might be haunted. Now that's creepy.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Here. Someone said I think it was the guy. I don't think it was the lady at the bottom. But then she said Mr. Brady. Like the teacher or ghost, I think he was talking to the guy who closed the doors, Mr. Brady. Yeah, someone said, at least he talked logical. Yeah, that's cool. At least he talked logical. Or assuming. Like, that was thrown off the then there the exit. Yeah, that's true. That was some force. Someone said school haunted. Someone said thanks for chatting. Someone said no shot. Yeah, no shot hustled in or an automatic door. That's force. I call this force.
On December 27 of 2025, a strange video was posted by a veterinary hospital in Madison, Alabama, where apparently something happened that caused all employees to stop in their tracks. What occurred during this moment has left everyone spooked. Now, this video recording was kept private for 4 years until just a few weeks ago. It was only after receiving many comments asking for this footage that Renee Holt, the owner of this clinic, decided to share it, as she believes her clinic is haunted. From dog kennels that often open on their own in the middle of the night, to office equipment being thrown around with no apparent cause, Renee and her staff have no explanation for these odd occurrences. However, there is one theory that occasionally comes up at work, and it's the belief that all this activity might be due to the dogs who passed away at this clinic. Whether being put down for medical reasons or naturally passing away, they were last alive at this location. But despite their absence, it seems that they're still here, just not physically. One night, while caring for a critically ill cat, this happens.
That's so sad.
A dog is heard crying somewhere in this clinic, but that's odd because there shouldn't be a dog here at this time. The only other dog inside this clinic is the one in this office. However, they don't howl or make any noise throughout the footage. whole staff searches all around for this dog, but after checking extensively, both inside and outside, they find nothing. The dog was nowhere to be found. Yet still, the cries continue as if desperately wanting to be found. But unfortunately, that never happens. With no sight or any trace of this canine, the staff can't help but wonder if what they heard had been a dog they once cared for. Could it be that what they heard was something from the other side? It isn't certain if that's the case, but it's been 4 years since this happened, and despite capturing other strange things on camera, this one remains unforgettable to the clinic. If you caught something creepy on camera, or
Oh, that one. That's so sad. A lot of people agree that's a dog or should a dog that maybe died there. Yeah, someone said that is sad though. Yeah, some people are agreeing that it could have been a dog that died there. Or a dog that really loved, like, there are some dogs that love their pets. And they pass away. Sometimes people, sometimes they just linger, or sometimes the pet is like, it's like they're still here. So, it could have been that.
if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. On the night of December 21st, 2025, car enthusiast Tad Gavin was driving down an empty access road in a business park that had closed for the night. He was looking for a spot somewhere in this vast, empty office park for the purpose of taking videos of his car and posting them on his page. No one is ever around this area past operating hours, which can seem a bit creepy, but here, he can rev his engine as loud as he wants without being berated by a neighbor.
You're gonna wake up with the police standing over you.
Gotcha.
Neighbors would often approach Gavin just to scold him, but even after driving elsewhere to avoid problems, he continues to be approached, just not by a neighbor, but by something else.
What the freak? What the freak was that? Oh my God!
According to Gavin, he was driving inside a business park located in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is close to where he lives, when he caught sight of a tall figure heading towards his vehicle. The following is his footage from both his dash cam and interior cam. Take a look.
Oh,
was that? Oh my god! What the?
Now, it's not just the sudden appearance of a dark figure that's strange on its own, but the details of this incident too, most of which don't make any sense. For one, why would there be anyone
Well,
lurking
it
at
was a
night
sign
until
in the
midnight?
middle
If their
street.
intention was to stay hidden, then sure, that would make sense. But if hiding was the goal, then why even approach the vehicle and reveal itself? What's weirder is that they didn't seem to run towards the car or try to grab the door handle, which throws out the idea of this being an ambush or kidnapping attempt. The figure just seemingly passes by with no reaction whatsoever to Gavin's speeding Corvette. He still doesn't know who or even what that was, but one can safely assume that coming back here to find out isn't something he plans to do anytime soon, especially at night. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done,
You guys did it. Guys did it. You guys did it. So you guys survived. Here. You guys survived 3 videos. That's scary stuff. Congratulations. Alright, yep, congrats. Yep, everyone's awake. Make sure everyone's awake. Yep. We're all good, you guys. You guys did it. You guys survived. Okay. Alright, so we're at the end of the stream. We're at 3 hours. That was really fun. I enjoyed it fully. We got some new followers here as well. So also glad about that too. Always happy to have new followers here. Yeah, I really had fun. I really appreciate you all coming. I know some of these are very, like some of them were very intense. Some of them may have a more personal feeling with you as well. Totally. This was scary, it was fun. Oh, Tonka. Glad you had fun. Someone said they loved it. Someone said, yay, they're alive. That's good. I'm really glad. Well, I don't think you could call this mid-size. Yeah, totally. But yeah, I totally had fun here. Totally. I appreciate you all. I appreciate our new followers as well. Like, totally appreciate all of it. But yeah, so we're at the end of the stream. So glad so many of you guys loved it. Totally. Like, totally. So many of you guys love it. That totally means a lot. Someone said it is a shift from gaming like a break. Yeah, but also, just to make it easy as well. So, reading, maybe? I think, I think we'll read on Monday. Right now, let's is, you know, in the sleep right here. We're at almost 3.5 hours. But yeah, so let me at least hold some in the sleep music. Let me type it in there. In the sleep music. So yeah, let me find some in the sleep music. We'll raise some fun on Monte eating sleep. Want some more recovered stuff because if they introduce themselves finally, I don't want to be I don't want to be considered mean or anything. If, you know, they ask me who I am, what I already did. So I'd rather read once I'm closer. Which will be, you know, Monte, definitely. So let's see here. Alright. And the sleep music. Alright, you want to take care?